Hello friends, today this is the next series of lectures which we are dealing on a daily basis the IIM B UG admission test which is being conducted on December 13th for their undergraduate program which they are launching for the first time. Let me say that they are launching for the first time this program, IIMB undergraduate program. They are offering two different degrees in it. And today our topic would be anyway circular arrangement. This is a part of data interpretation and logical reasoning, which is one of the part of the IIM B UG syllabus. So, firstly, let me tell you what is this IIM B UG newly introduced program. I will give a brief introduction. It's like basically they are giving a program they are offering in BSc in economics and other one is BSc in data science. So basically BSc in economics is like a majors in economics with a minors in data science, whereas BSc in data science is a majors in data science with a minors in economics. And eligibility is that you should be having class 12 in your on your degree. I mean to say on your class 12 mark sheet, which is given by the recognized board, state board or central board. So that particular stream should have definitely class 12 mathematics, and he should be having at least 60% marks in it. He should be qualifying in mathematics in class 12 with 60%. And this is the test which they conduct on December 13th. After this, in the form of selection process, they have the second stage of interview. After the test, they will shortlist few candidates based on the performance of the test, and they will call for a physical interview, based on which they will take a composite score, including both the interview and the test, and they'll finalize the final merit list for each program. And this entrance test, the initial phase, the first step, the entrance test is of 120 minutes, that is 2 hours. It's a computer based test with a 60 questions. 2 hours with 60 questions is what they are framing. These 60 questions are divided in the form of 15, 30, and 30. One is English comprehension 15 questions, quantitative and DI 30 questions, and logical reasoning is 15 questions. So basically, today the topic which we are dealing is on circular arrangements, which is a part of this one, the logical reasoning part. So till now they have only told us that there will be 1/3 mark deducted for incorrect responses. That is, if it is like +1 for the right answer, then it's a -1/3 or -0.33 for a wrong answer which you attempt. And having said that, Cracku has launched its IIM Bangalore. I mean to say these are the free mocks which are being given by Cracku for the practice for the students, for the aspirants. I mean to say these are not something like as it is being said that it is a free mock. Do not think that they are low quality or something. These are a pretty high quality. Indeed, the questions which are selected selectively for this exam is that these are not very difficult as such. Neither they are very easy. They are on a moderate level, which you should definitely be handling with to ace the exam. Let's say. So these are the 5 marks which you can start giving the mock, because when you give a mock, then only you will understand what is your current capabilities or what is your current stand in the exam and how you have to prepare in order to ace this exam. So you can register on this and you can search for Cracku IIM B UG mock test. It is on the top of the slide. You can see that. Take free IIM B UG mock test. You should do just a Google search Cracku IIM Bangalore IIM B UG mock test. So this is with the same pattern, the exam pattern which we curated: 30 questions, quantitative and DI, 15 reading comprehension, and 15 logical reasoning. So this is one thing, and the Cracku has also created a WhatsApp channel for this free preparation resources and important updates regarding the exam, regarding the IIMB UG entrance test. This is the WhatsApp channel. This will be helpful for the people who wanted to learn together, grow together, and get their doubts clarified, and even to make them keep updated about the daily, or not, let's say if not daily, the very important updates regarding the entrance test or selection process and everything. So the link would be in the description of this YouTube session, and definitely you could join this. I would encourage everyone to join this. What's going in joining this, because you will get a good cohort who is preparing for the exam, and you can also ask your doubts. So one thing which is really helpful is this thing. And the other one is that this is the schedule which we are showing so that you could be updated with your daily targets. I mean to say, we are conducting this daily session. It is like every day in a week, all the 7 days we are running this session. It's for 1.5 hours. It's going to be like you can see the schedule. Already we finished a few. That is 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. We already finished 5 sessions. Today is the 6th session. Today the topic is circular arrangement from logical reasoning. So the point is, this is the upcoming 2 live classes, and on every day you will keep seeing the updated schedule. This will run from Monday to Sunday every single day. There is no break. So do make use of this because we are trying to finish entire syllabus of IIMB UG entrance test by December 13th. That is by the time of the exam which they are conducting for the very first time. So this is one thing I wanted you people to take a reminder. You can subscribe for the YouTube channel and please turn on that reminder because not whenever, daily sessions updates you will be getting so that you need not worry about the reminder which you have to be putting on yourself. So do that, and this is the schedule. So today let's start with this circular arrangement topic. This is a part of as I mentioned, is a part of a logical reasoning thing in the exam. So basically, when I talk about circular arrangement, for the people, I'm saying that there is already a session which is taken on the linear arrangement part, which is already on this YouTube playlist chapter. The session which we took in one among the last way, which we already finished. So if someone has not watched that, I would encourage them to watch that. And this is the next part of it, that is after the linear, how to arrange the people around a circular table. Basically, there will be a circular table. Let's say 4 people, or let's say 8 people. That is, these are the 8 people sitting. So when 8 people are sitting, 8 different people, let's say all 8 friends went to a restaurant, or it's like a circular table having 8 seats together, and 8 seats around the circle, and this is the center of the circle. So one terminology usually which you see in the questions with regards to this problem set is that they say that the person A, let's say this is the person A, person named A, he is facing towards the center of the table. That is, he is taking the chair and he is facing such that he will be looking at the center of the table. Or you could say this is facing inward. Or you could say this is facing inward. He is facing inward. The other thing, there could be another thing where there is another person B, let's say. Now you could say person B is facing outward or is facing away from the table. Then this thing, you could see the mark, the arrow mark which I wrote. That is like away from the center. This is away from the center. This is towards the center. So this is a inward facing. This is a outward facing. So there could be an inward. There could be outward. Usually, you tend to see questions which are mostly facing towards inward or the center of the table. But questions can be made in such a way that some people are being or facing outside the table or away from the table. Some people are facing inside the table. Like I have mentioned, A is facing inward. On the same table, B is facing outward. Now, why is this inward, outward? Why is this given as such? Is that the questions or the data is given in a format like left and right, immediate left and immediate right, n places to the left of a person or 3 places to the right of a person, adjacent and opposite. These terms. Let us go one and each term. What is this left and right? So when I say left of A is being inward. Firstly, I am saying that A is facing to the center of the table. He is in inward position. Now, if I say left of A, you would say this part. Or let's say here C is sitting. Let's say here C is sitting. So this part, now you will say C is left of A. C is left of A. Immediate left of A. C is immediate left of A. Why am I saying that C is immediate left of A? Because A is facing inward. When he faces inward, his left will go here and his right will go on this side. And if there is some other person like D, person D sitting here, then you would say that this person D is immediate right of A. Immediate right of A. Immediate right of A. Similarly, if there is person E here, then you will be saying E is second to the right of A. See, what is second to the right of A? First to the right of A is this place, the place which is occupied by D. Whereas the second to the right of A is this place, that is the place which is occupied by E. Third to the right of A would be B. So similarly, if I could say this, I am saying simply that E is second to the right of A. E is second to the right of A. So E is second to the right of A. Or you could say, what about this place? If some, let's say, some person known as F is sitting here, then you would say F is second to the left of A. Second to the, this is first left. The first left is occupied by C. The second left F. So basically, this invert makes the sense of direction. If I talk about B, whereas this person, right would be towards here, right would be towards this side, whereas left will go over here because the reason is he's facing outward. He's sitting outward the table, so the right will go upon this direction, whereas left will go on to this direction. So it depends on the way they are sitting across the table. If that particular person is facing inward or towards the center of the table, then the configuration you have to be careful. If other person is sitting outside to the table, his right may not be the left of other person. I mean to say, you can't say that every person this is the right. This is true only if this person is facing inside the table or towards the center of the table. If the person is facing outside the table or away from the center of the table, away from the table, then the right won't be on this way, right will go on the opposite. Because you could visualize it, think about it. When person is sitting outside the table, where will his right go? Or if person is sitting inside the table, where will his right and left turn towards? So this thing, the terminology which you see very often in the questions is right and left and right cutting. And immediate left, immediate right is nothing but, as we have seen, C is to the immediate left of, C is to the immediate left of A, and D is to the immediate right of A. But you can't say E or F is to the immediate right because they are left and right, but second to the right or third to the right or second to the left, like that. They are not immediate. Immediate means like adjacent. Immediate means adjacent. Now, n places to the left or right. N places to the left or right is what we were discussing. N places is nothing but n could be anything. It could be 3 places, or it could be 2 places, or it could be even 4 places. Or any number, basically, these many to the right. If I say 3 places to the right, 3 places to the right of a person. If I am talking about 3 places to the right of A, first to the right of A is D, second to the right of A is E, whereas third to the right of A would be B, third to the right of A would be D. So, this n represents the number of places you are referring to towards right and left. What is the meaning of adjacent and opposite? Adjacent, the last one, the adjacent and opposite. This is nothing but there is a circular arrangement, the same thing which we have seen. Adjacent and opposite is nothing but, let's say this is A, let's say this is B, this is C, and let's say here is D. Now you would say A and D are opposite. A and D are opposite to each other, whereas C and B are adjacent to A. C and B are immediate neighbors of A. You could say C and B are immediate neighbors of A, or you could say B is adjacent to A, or A is adjacent to C, and so on. But A and D are exactly opposite. A and D are exactly opposite. And in this way, how many opposites can be formed? 1, 2, and this is 3, whereas this is 4. So basically, opposites can be formed in this way, whereas adjacent is nothing but just immediate right or left of a person. This is the terminology which I wanted to explain, because any question in logical reasoning part which you face in the circular arrangement can be done only with this information. If you are good at understanding this and being able to apply them, application part is one of the most important thing. But the conceptually, if I have to discuss something, there is nothing else other than knowing these terminologies, to be honest. Now let us see some questions. You solve this question and I'll explain this after the 10 minutes. This was a fairly simple question indeed. I think most of you people would have solved this even before the timer ends. Some people might have finished it by the time of 2 minutes which I have given. It's basically a very simple question once you understand what is right and what is left, what is circular. The concept which I explained just before is sufficient to answer this, I would say indeed, provided you don't make any mistake or you don't interpret the statements in a wrong manner. Let me solve this as the time is up anyways for this question. So here it is given that six girls are sitting in a circle facing towards the center of the circle. So basically there are six people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are six people in this way. These six girls are facing towards the center. That is everyone. Every person is facing inward only. Every person is facing inward in this six. Okay. Now Sonia is sitting opposite Radhika. Purnima is sitting to the right of Radhika but to the left of Deepthi. And Monica is sitting to the left of Radhika. Kamini is sitting to the right of Sonia and to the left of Monica. Now Deepthi and Kamini, Monica and Radhika mutually exchange their positions. What will be the sitting to the who will be sitting to the left of Deepthi? So basically, six girls are sitting to the and facing towards the center. It is also given that Sonia is sitting opposite Radhika. So see, in the case of circle, what is the additional advantage is that you could start with one person, any one person. Based on that person, you have to arrange the rest of the places. See, these are, in the circle, any point or any seat which is there is equivalent. Any seat you start with, it is equally equivalent. You could start with Sonia here, or you could start Sonia about this point, or this one, or this one, or this one. Any one place you could start in the initial when you are placing first person. So when I place Sonia here, we said that Sonia is sitting opposite Radhika. So if Sonia is here, Radhika should be sitting exactly opposite. Radhika should be sitting exactly opposite Sonia and Radhika. You could do this Sonia and Radhika because one place is only as fixed. Sonia is sitting opposite Radhika. Now, Purnima is sitting to the right of Radhika, but to the left of Deepthi. Now see, Purnima, there is another girl Purnima sitting to the right of Radhika. So Radhika is here facing inward. Her right would be here immediately. So it is that Purnima is sitting to the right. So this is Purnima. So basically this is Purnima. Purnima is sitting to the right of Radhika. After this, what it is? But to the left of Deepthi. Purnima is also left of Deepthi. So though Purnima is right of Radhika, she is to the immediate left of Deepthi as well. So Deepthi should be sitting here so that her immediate left Purnima will be there. Her immediate left Purnima will be there. Because Radhika's right is Purnima, and if you could see Radhika is here, towards immediate right is Purnima, Deepthi's left would be Purnima. So we are finished till this point. Now let's see the next statement. Monica is sitting to the left of Radhika. Monica is sitting to the left of Radhika. Here is the Radhika. left would be this place. So Monica is sitting to the left of Radhika. Monica is sitting to the left of Radhika. It is also said, no, Kamini is sitting to the right of Sonia and to the left of Monica. See, here it's Sonia. She is facing towards the center. Her right would be this place. So it is said that Kamini is sitting to the right of Sonia. Kamini is sitting to the right of Sonia and to the left of Monica. And to the left of Monica, yes, she is sitting to the left of Monica. Now, Deepthi and Kamini. Now that see, we have done with the arrangement. We have done with the arrangement where in which direction or in which places who are sitting adjacent and who are sitting opposite, we figured. But it is also given now. Now Deepthi and Kamini, Monica and Radhika mutually exchange their position. Now Deepthi and Kamini, Monica and Radhika mutually exchange their positions. So Deepthi is sitting on this place. Deepthi is exchanging her place with Kamini. Deepthi and Kamini, and the other place is Monica and Radhika. So this is Monica sitting here. Here it is Radhika sitting over this place. So Monica and Radhika are interchanging their places, and Kamini and Deepthi are also interchanging their places. So first let us interchange them because it is given in the question that they are interchanging their places. Let us draw the configuration after they interchange. See, Sonia is not changing because Sonia is not interchanging her place. But now Deepthi and Kamini are changing. So initially it was Kamini, but now Deepthi will sit over this place and Kamini will occupy the Deepthi place. This is one change, one exchange. Whereas the next exchange is Monica and Radhika. So now Radhika will be sitting here, but Monica will be taking this place. Whereas Purnima place is not changing. Whereas Purnima place should not change because it is the same. Sonia and Purnima are sitting on the same places, they are not changing their place. So once they exchange their place, this will be the configuration. Now the question is, who will be sitting to the left of Deepthi? So Deepthi is over this place. Everyone are facing to the center of the table, as said in the question. Everyone is facing in the center of the table. Now, who will be sitting to the left of Deepthi? If Deepthi is on this way, her left would be, immediate left would be what? Sonia. Her left would be Sonia. So answer should be option A, Sonia. My answer would be option A, Sonia. See, this is a fairly simple question. It is just left-right things which we discussed and application part. Hope this is clear. It is good if you people have solved it, or if someone faces difficulty, do not worry. We go through this solution, you will understand, and the rest of the things will fall in place once you increase the practice. Let us solve one more question. Solve this. This can also be solved only by using the concepts which we just discussed about the right, left, and second to the right, third to the right, or fourth to the right, or left, anything. So basically the same terminology. So this should be easily solved. Basically, these are the single questions. After this, we will see some LRT sets where information will be given at one stretch and 5 follow-up questions will be there usually. Let me solve this now. So 8% A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are sitting around a subject. 8% A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These are the names, individual names of persons. Let's say facing the center, all are facing the center, 8 people. All 8 people. Let me draw a circle facing the center. Let's say everyone. So everyone are facing towards the center. It is given in this question. It is given everyone are facing towards the center. Now it is said that E sits fourth to the right of F, while second to the left of A. E sits fourth to the right of F, while second to the left of A. D is not the neighbor of A and C. D is not the neighbor of A and C. B sits third to the right of D. B sits third to the right of D. And F never sits next to H. Which of the following pairs sit between G and A? So one thing is that first it is said E sits fourth to the right of F by second to the left of A. So first let us start by putting one person out of this. Let us start by placing F. Let us start by placing F. Cut the F1 from the road because I think that there is lot of information given in one statement. When you see this, here it is that E sits fourth to the right of F. So if F is sitting here, E should be sitting fourth to the right of F. This will be first right, this will be second right, this will be third right, and this will be the fourth right. That is, E and F are sitting opposite. E and F are sitting opposite to each other. E sits fourth to the right of F, by second to the left of A. At the same time, this E is second to the left of A. Second to the left of A. That means A should be sitting here. A should be sitting here so that first left and second left would immediately be E. So they have given the arrangement of EAF out of 8 people in a single statement. In a single statement. After that, it is said that D is not the neighbor of A and C. D is neither the neighbor of A nor the neighbor of C. D is not the neighbor of A and C. That is now. But if I have to place D now, if I have to place D now, where can I place the D? Where can I place the D? C. It is said that D is not the neighbor of A and C. So A is here, D neither can be placed here nor here because in any one place out of these two, if I place D, that then D will be neighbor of A because A's left and right are empty by now. I can, if I place D over here or here, in both the cases, D will become neighbor of A, but that should not happen. So if that should not happen, the possibility is that either you can place D over here or here or here, any one place among the three. Now, having said that, one more thing is B sits third to the right of D. B sits third to the right of D. So, firstly, B sits third. So, there are three cases D over here, D over here, D over here. So, let us draw three cases so that our works get easier. I'll draw here one case. Let me draw here second case. Let me draw here. Okay. Let me draw the third case over here. In everything there are, as discussed, there will be 8 people. And we know already the arrangement of 3 people out of this 8. Why am I doing this 3 cases? Is that we will eliminate the cases where the given conditions goes wrong, so that we can finally deduce a single arrangement of it. So we already know EAF arrangement. That is, in all the 3 cases, E is here, A is over here, F is over here. EAF. So what is that something? One second. EAF. And now we are saying that D is having 3 places because it can't be the neighbor of A or C. So D is having 3 places. Either D is here, or D is here, or in the other case D can be here. So these are the 3 cases possible. Now when I draw these 3 cases, it is also being said that B sits, now see this, B sits third to the right of D. Third to the right of D, B is being seated. So B sits third to the right of D. In the first case, as everyone are facing towards the center, right would be on this way, third to the right of D. In the question it is said B sits third to the right of D. So first right, second right, third right. Already A is placed. So this case is eliminated. I am writing inside. This case is eliminated. Why? B sits to the third to the right of D. If D is over here, if D is in the place which I have mentioned, then first right E, second right vacant, the third right is going to A. The third right is going to A. But the thing is, it is eliminated because we want B. The third to the right of D, B should be sitting. But here already A is sitting. So this case is gone. Now we have 2 cases. Let us do same thing over here. If D is sitting on this thing, third to the right of D should be B. So first right, second right, third right. Okay. Now I can place B because it is vacant. Currently it is not occupied by any. I could place B here. Similarly, let us place B on here also. Third to the right, first right, second right, third right. But E is there. But already E is there. If already E is there, you can't place B. Already E is there, so you can't place B. So this case is also eliminated. This case is also eliminated. Now we are dealing with this case. The case where we placed B as well. We placed B as well. Now we are done with A, B, E, D, F. So let us write A, B, E, D, F in the number. A, B, E, D, F. The rest of the people are C, G, H. C, G, H is what we have to place over these 3. Okay. Now, what is the additional information we are having? D is not the neighbor of A and also not the neighbor of C. Both A and C. So, if D is not the neighbor of C as well, so C can't be over here or here. If C is over here, still D will be a neighbor of C. If C is over here, still D will be a neighbor of C. So, C can neither be here nor be here. The only left out place for C is this. The only left out place for C would be the vacant, the other one. So, C is also placed by taking the information given. Now only G or H is what we have to place. 2 places are vacant and G and H are still left out to be placed. C will come over only here because D is not the neighbor of A and C. Neither A nor C. Now G and H. So is it that G can be here, H can be here, or H can be here, G can be here? But let us see if we used all the conditions or not. We used E sits 4 to the right of A while second to the left of A. We use D is not the neighbor of A and C. We use B sits third to the right of D. But we have to use even the last statement, that is F never sits next to H. F never sits next to H. So if F is not sitting next to H, only left out people are G and H, as I already mentioned. In order to place G and H, you see here, only 2 places are there. F is not sitting adjacent to H. So G should only be sitting here. H should only be sitting this place. H can't be here because in that case F will be sitting adjacent to H, but it is given F never sits next to H. So F is sitting next to G and H will go to the last place. Now let's go to the question. Which of the following pairs sits between G and A? After getting our final arrangement, which of the following pairs sits between G and A? G is over here, A is over here. Now which of the following pairs sits between G and A? It is CF. it is CF is sitting between G and A. CF is sitting between G and A. So option A, CF will be my answer. Which of the following pairs? CF is sitting between G and A. Now you could say that sir, even E and H are also sitting. If you see G and A in this way, you get only CF. If you see on the broader way, you will say so BEHD is also sitting between G and A on the longer thread. Then you would say EH is also a pair which is sitting. Then you could say EH, but that won't be more appropriate because EH is a pair which is sitting between B and D directly rather than saying A and G. So if I ask which pair is sitting exactly between A and G, the answer would be only CF. The answer would be only CF. So option A. This is basically how you have to approach the circular arrangement based question so that the possible cases all you have to deal one after the other. See which case is being negated so that you could eliminate that particular possibility. Now, having said this, let us move to the few more questions. Okay. Now the same thing again I'm saying if you are liking the stream, please do like and share with the your friends who people who are preparing for this particular test or aspiring to get into IIM Bangalore for undergraduation. This part, when I'm saying that ING free mock test series, as I already mentioned in the start of the session, please do attend this. These are really very good quality, and you have to attend this, I would say indeed, so that you'll understand what particular level you people currently are trying and what kind of effort. See, effort definitely required, but the directed effort. You should know which direction you have to put in, how many hours you have to put in, and the hours which you are putting in, it has to be the most productive. 1 hour you are spending in your study, you should get at least 5 marks out of it. So every hour you put, you have to be smart enough to know where you have to invest that time. It's not that the random practice you are doing for 10 hours that may not give you the fruitful result or the productive result. That is not how you have to practice. So please do assess yourself by giving this 5 marks. It is for free of cost. You could just go on to this. You can just search from Google for Cracku IIMG UG mock test, which is given on the top. You will directly get this thing. You could register your account and give the mocks. Now let us see the LRDI set. This is an LRDI circular arrangement set where the data is given on this set. The entire instructions are placed on the left of the table. This is the entire information given. From this given information, you should be able to finalize or totally finish the arrangement of the people and their attributes so that you could do this follow-up questions. Once you get the circular arrangement table, then entire these questions are just directly solvable. Once you analyze it well and keep solving the case-wise method, eliminating the cases which are negating few conditions or even one condition, let's say, then you will end up getting a case where all are satisfied perfectly. Once you finish that, then these questions can be answered easily. So let me start the timer now. Please follow this. You'll have 10 minutes for this. Try solving it. This question has particularly people and their attributes. That is, each person serving one different dish on a circular table in a party. So you have to be able to figure out one. The thing is the arrangement on a circular, the circular table, and as well each attribute belongs to which person. I mean, A is treating with which one, or B is treating with which one. The best you can figure out the dishes to person. So this is like two things you have to be doing simultaneously in this particular set. Once you are able to do that, then these five questions are like pretty much doable. Indeed. I would wait for the next 15 seconds and then start solving this question. All right. Let me solve this question now. So it is said that Aditi is hosting a party. She places custard, biryani, gulab jamun, salad, falafels, and cookies, lemonade, and fries. She invites eight guests A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So there are eight guests A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. There are eight guests, all of whom decided to serve one of the items to the remaining guests. Okay, one will take the responsibility of serving each item to all the remaining guests, while Aditi distributes the cutlery. That is, Aditi is currently not on the table. She is standing outside the circular arrangement and she is providing the cutlery. The following information is also known. No guest serves a food item with its first letter the same as his name. That is, person A won't serve an item which is starting with A, or person B will not serve an item which is starting with B, and so on. That is, person B will not serve biryani, person C will not serve custard, person D, there is no item which D, and E is also the same case, but F won't serve falafels. You could say and fries also, where G should not be serving gulab jamun, let's say. H can serve anything because there is no item mentioned which is starting with H. So point is that is first statement said no guest serves a food with the first letter starting the same as his name. Okay. And the other thing is C sits opposite to A. So we will do one thing. We will write all the food items on one side. A, B, C, D, F, G, H are already written. The food items place the custard, biryani. Let's write here custard. Let's say the other one is biryani. Keep figuring out, then we can keep arranging the letters to it. Then let's write the shortcut gulab jamun, and the other one is salad and falafels. And the next one is cookies, lemonade, and fries. So the other is cookies, then lemonade, and the last one I could write is fries. This is what given till now. And it is also said C sits opposite to A, who serves lemonade. C sits opposite to A. So once I make a circular over here, it is being told that out of this 8 people, we are assuming that all are facing towards the center of the table. When you're going on to a dinner party, it can't be happening that one is sitting away from the table, right? So it can be assumed, having said that, they haven't mentioned it, but you can assume that as a triviality. So C sits opposite to A. So if C is on this side, then C is sitting opposite A. C is sitting opposite A. Now, so, okay, C is sitting opposite A. A is the one who serves lemonade. A is the one who serves lemonade. So A lemonade is done. I will cancel A and as well as lemonade by now because we have already placed this two. Okay. Now B sits adjacent to G, who sits adjacent to the one who serves falafels. So B is sitting adjacent to G, who in turn, or B sits adjacent to G, who sits adjacent to the one who serves falafels. That is, G is someone who is sitting adjacent to the one who is serving falafels. We don't know which person is sitting over here, but it is said that they are serving falafels. They are serving falafels. Okay. And it is also said that E does not, you could see this fifth statement even before seeing 4. B, C, E do not serve falafels. That means G sitting adjacent to the person who serves falafels is not B, the other side person is what they're talking about. And it is also said E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies or next to C. Who serves cookies or next to C. Now, one more thing also we have to remember over here is also said that F serves cookies. F serves cookies. So you could do some kind of mind map or some information writing over here so that you could use it in placing on the table. What is that? One is this thing, BG falafels. The other thing what they are talking about is B sits adjacent to, E does not sit opposite. See this. E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies or next to C. So if there is someone who is like F who is serving cookies, if F is placed, then E is not sitting either opposite F or adjacent to F or next to the C as well. That is one thing. And then let's talk about that. I think the entire story is running around this word known as falafels in the table. We have to figure out actually who is distributing these falafels out of all the possibilities of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Let us see this. See, we already know one thing. B and G are not doing because B is sitting adjacent to the person who is serving the falafels, which is not B because here it is also given B, C, E are not serving falafels. So, firstly, I will cancel B, C, E, and I also know G is also not doing it. So, B, C, E, G is gone, and I also know F is serving cookies. F is serving cookies is also given. So, F can also be cancelled out. Now, A, D, H are pending in which we have already seen that A is already doing lemonade. A is already taking up lemonade. So, A can also be cancelled. The only possibility for falafels is either D or H. Either D or H are the possibilities to take up this dish known as falafels to distribute to the rest of the guests. Okay, so we figured out either it is BGD or BGH basically. And we know these all are on a sequence. I mean to say this BGD or BGH is a sequence because it is directly said that B sits adjacent to G. That is, there is no other person in between B and G, and G sits adjacent to the person who is serving falafels. So it could be BG falafels, only possibility, can't be anything else. So if you have to place BG falafels, what is the way? I mean to say, when you place this BG falafels, how do you do that? See, three people have to be placed in one common order. BG falafels, these three are empty and these three are also empty. So you have to place this three or this three for BG and falafels. You can't do BG here, falafels here, or B here, G here. It's not possible. It's in one order. Either you could place falafels GB or else B, or else you could say BG falafels. I mean, G should be either here or onto this side. I mean to say this place either to G or this place either to G. Only two possibilities. G can't be here because then it will be beside A who is not getting falafels, neither B. G can't be here. The only possibilities are either G here or G being on this side. So let me draw those two possibilities. One is the one which is already drawn on the upper one. The other is G being on this side. G is over here, A is over here, let's say. A is eliminated and C is sitting opposite. So this is the two possibilities. Till now we figured out ACG, AGC. Now, after this AGC, I will say one more thing also. That is, you see this particular statement which said that, which one shall we use? Okay, let us see this now. The one serving gulab jamun does not sit adjacent or opposite to A or C. That is, the person who will be serving gulab jamun will neither be sitting adjacent or opposite to A nor be sitting adjacent or opposite to C. So if gulab jamun, the person who serves gulab jamun is neither sitting adjacent or opposite to A or C, what are the possibilities for this person to be sitting? See, here there is A, here there is C. Now it is said that this person who is serving gulab jamun is neither sitting adjacent nor opposite. So gulab jamun can't be placed here. Gulab jamun can't be placed here because these both are adjacent to A, which should not happen. Which should not happen. So similarly, C is over here. So gulab jamun cannot be placed on these both places as well, because in that case, gulab jamun will become adjacent to C, but it is said that it is neither adjacent nor opposite to A or C. So if we cannot place gulab jamun on these two and these two, the only left out place is here. The only left out place is here, gulab jamun, because G is already on the other side in the first case. G cannot serve gulab jamun because G is the letter starting with G. Gulab jamun is also starting with G. It is said in the very first itself, no girl serves a food item with its first letter the same as its name. So gulab jamun should be on that one. Similarly, in the second case, neither gulab jamun on these two or these two, because it will be adjacent to either A or C. Gulab jamun has to be on this only. This only. So we don't know which person, but gulab jamun, the one who is serving gulab jamun, has to be opposite to the person G. Okay. So this is one thing. The other thing is, the one more condition which is given over here is that the one serving biryani is third to the left of H. The one serving biryani is third to the left of H. So third to the left of H. So what are the possibilities for H to be placed? What are the possibilities to the H to be placed? Let us see. One thing is that if I place H over here, is it possible? If I place H over here, is it possible? Let us see. If I place H over here, third to the left of H is the one who is serving biryani. But who will be the third to the left? Lemonade is first left. The vacant place is second left. The third place is someone who is serving gulab jamun, but it is said that he is third to the left of it serving biryani. So H can't be here. There is H over here. So can I place H over this place? Can I place H over this? I'm seeing out of the vacant places are 5 places. So I'm just seeing what are the possible places for H. So if I place H over here, and if I say third again, third to the left of H, this is first, this is second, and this will be the third. But third is also already lemonade, it is not biryani. So H can also, no, H cannot be placed even in this place. Can H be placed over here? Is it a possibility? If H is placed on that point, then first left, second left, third left, G is already sitting, but G can serve biryani. It is a possibility because G and biryani are not starting with the same letter. So till now, I'm pretty sure H can be placed here. H can be placed here. One of the possibility. The next possibility could be placing H over here, serving gulab jamun, which is also possible because even if you place H over here, in that case also you could say third left here, he can also be placed. I mean, H can be either here, or if I have to erase, H can be either on this place, or this place also. Even if H is here, 1, 2, 3, third left, C is there. C might have been serving the biryani, right? So serving biryani third to the left of it is pretty much possible. Having said that, now let us also check for what is the way to place this falafel D or H. This falafel D or H. So one thing is that if I place C over here, if I place H over this place, it is inferring that this place is the person, because if H is over here, G is over here. If G is getting the biryani, that should be fine. But if H is on this place, then you could see that first left, second left, third left. First left, second left, third left. This should go for biryani. If this will go to biryani, then how can we get the falafels adjacent to G? Is it possible? It's not possible because if G is over here, biryani cannot be placed here because see, if it's biryani, it can't be B. It can't be B. So in that case, B will go here. Because BG falafel is a configuration. So BG, but here it should be falafel. So biryani can't be over here. So that means H is not possible to be placed here. H is not possible to be placed here. If H is not possible to be placed here, this is not biryani and this is not H either. This is not H either. This is not H. So if this is not H, what are the only two left out? This and this to place H. So let us see if I place H over this place, what's happening? If I place H over this place, what is the thing we are required to do? If H is on this place, then third to the left. First, second, third. In that case, this will go to biryani. This will go to biryani in that particular case. But still we know once I placed this, I also knew that if H is not a falafel, then only H will be sitting here because else, if that is not the case, then H would definitely be sitting on this place. H should be definitely sitting on this place because it should be giving the falafel thing. But if H is here, then definitely this will go to D. The falafel will be going to D. But what if I say H is over here and C is giving biryani? That is also a case. So I have to deal with two different cases now. Let me deal it separately so that we could see what is that final case which I can go with. Also, we have to deal with the second case also which we wrote. Let us deal one by one. So firstly, let me check for now let me check for the first one, two possibilities. One is that let's say 1A. The 1A case is that we are dealing in this way, in which A lemonade is there already and G is over here, C is over here, and then gulab jamun is on this part. First time, one thing which we were saying is H is over here. If H is over here, the one case, or H is on this place is the other case. So this will be, let's say, 1 comma B. 1 comma B. One comma B. So C, A lemonade, let's say, A lemonade, and G over here, gulab jamun over here with H being on this place. Now, to deal with this, if H is on this place, we already saw that the one serving biryani is third to the left of H. Third to the left of H. First left, second left, third left. This will go then to biryani in particular case 1A. If this is going to biryani, then will be D in this case. BGD will be the configuration, let's say. And other than this, one more thing which I could be sure of is that it is also said here, if you could see, we already placed E also, right? We should be placing E also because E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies or next to C. It is neither sitting next to C nor it is sitting opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies. So, where can E be placed in this particular case? Similarly, where can E be placed in this particular case? E is someone who is not sitting adjacent to C. E is someone who is not sitting adjacent to C. So either E is over here or here. Let's say even this is also mentioned, na? E does not sit opposite or adjacent to one who serves cookies or next to C. So next to C, if no one is sitting, then okay, let us deal with E once I figure out what is happening in the second case as well. So that if I go entirely one case in depth, it will be difficult for me to explain in each and every case again from the start. So instead, let us keep going step by step. If H is on this place, I will be getting third to the left of H. Third to the left of H should be biryani. So if someone is sitting on this way, his left would be on here. 1, 2, 3. Then C should have been going with biryani. In this case, C should have been going with biryani. So for the case 1, we got 1A, 1B. What about case 2? Is it there or can we eliminate this case with some negations which we find once I start placing? So what is that placing goes with? C sits opposite to the A, taken care of. B sits adjacent to the G. B sits adjacent to the G. who sits adjacent to the falafels, that is BG falafels will come over here, whereas E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies or next to C. And BCE are not serving falafels, and the one who serves gulab jamun does not sit adjacent or opposite to A or C. The one serving biryani is third to the left of H. Third to the left of H. So if H is over this place, third to the left will be 1, 2, 3. In that case, it is here H. Here this will go for biryani. One case. This will be one case. H and biryani. If H is not here, if H is on this place, let's say, this place, then 1, 2, 3. Gulab jamun is already there, so H can't be over here. H can't be over here. And then if I see H over this place, third left, 1, 2, 3, lemonade is already there. So H neither can be at this point nor at this point. This point it is feasible. And what about H being on this place? If H is over here, third to the left, 1, 2, 3, G is there already, and G cannot be getting what? Can G be getting biryani? Yes, G could still get a biryani. So H, one more possibility is that other than this two, the H being placed on this one. So if I call this as 2A, then 2B would be this part. Here it is just that G here, C here, A here, lemonade, G, C, A, gulab jamun is on this way. Now we are seeing the 2B case where H is not on this place but instead on this part. Here H, third to the left, 1, 2, 3. This might be going to biryani. So these are the cases till now which we were able to figure out. Okay, so having figured out these 3 or 4 cases, let's say, now what else we could use? The cases which we could still be eliminating is that, see this, B sits adjacent to G and who sits adjacent to the one who serves falafels? We already figured out falafels should be from either B or H because neither B, C, E, A or F, G are serving falafels. Now let us see this particular thing. We did not place E yet, right? We did not place E. We still did not place E yet. So let us deal with this particular fourth condition of E, which says E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies or next to C. So it is being said that E is not sitting over here. E should be sitting over here or here. And one more thing is F. If I talk about F, if I talk about person F, and what can I talk about person F? Let us see. Can F be getting any food item over here? F is getting cookies, right? F serves cookies. Is that F is serving what? Cookies. In the question only it is mentioned. F is serving cookies. Okay. Now, if F is serving cookies, then F can't serve rice. Okay, that should be fine then. So, if F is serving cookies, where can F be placed? F can be placed on the F can be placed on which place? Let us see the possibilities now. If F is the cookies, see this is gulab jamun done, this is biryani done. The two places which are possible is either this and this, F, F. Or can I place F here? If F is placed here, is it still possible to do a, what do we say this? E placement of E. E can be placed here in that particular case because it is being said that E is someone neither sits adjacent or opposite to the one who serves cookies. So E can be placed in that point over here. But there are two cases still, E and F. Similarly, can I place F on somewhere at this place? Let's see. If F is here cookies, if F is here cookies or F is here cookies, E is already taken care of. Then E should be going on this particular place. Similarly over there. So what is the condition which I can fix so that I can so that I can eliminate? Which can I be taking? E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies or next to C. The one serving gulab jamun does not sit adjacent or opposite to A, that is used. One serving gulab jamun does not sit adjacent or opposite to A. Okay. The one serving biryani is served to the left of H. To the left of H. Yes. To the left of H. Alright. This is that one, right? This is anyways taken care of. So, serving cookies, but what about falafels? BGD or BGH. Okay. Now BG. Now I got the point. How we have to move forward is that in these particular cases, now we should start using this BG falafels, where falafels is either B or H. Either B or H. So if you could see this particular case, let's say this particular case, you understand that H is already went. So in this particular case, D will go to falafels. D will go to falafels. If D is falafels, I want BGD a combination. I want BGD a combination. So if either B is here or D is here, accordingly D will be here or B will be here. So if B is here, then D will be here, so that I'll get BGD. Or if D is here, then B will be here, still I'll get BGD configuration. If these places are occupied by B and D, then what else F and E should be taking? The only left out places are, because A, B, C, D is placed, E is not yet placed, E, F is not yet placed, whereas G and H are placed. So E and F should be placed now. I already know F is serving cookies, so F can't be gulab jamun. Then F will be going here with cookies. F will be going here in this particular case with cookies, and this particular would be going with E gulab jamun. In this particular case, E is going with gulab jamun, but here also we should observe one thing, that in this case what's happening is that D is going falafels, but we are not yet sure about B. We are not yet sure about B. Or in this also there is one more issue, that we already figured out in this case what should B. See this. C sits opposite to A, B sits adjacent to G, who sits adjacent to the falafels. Yes, that is fine. And it is also said that E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies or next to C, who serves cookies or next to C. But in this case, E is tended to sit adjacent to the person who is serving cookies, that is F. But that is given, it should not happen. E does not sit opposite or adjacent. So this would be eliminated. This is eliminated. Out of 4 cases, this is gone. 1 case is gone. Similarly, now let us also do here. We know BGD is still in second B case. BGD or BGD is still a case or a configuration. Here also D is falafels, because H already went on to this way. So BGD should be there. So if this is B, then this is D. Or if that is D, and then this is B. So if this is BGD, now the rest of the E and F, the rest of the places are E and F, and we also know E is not sitting next to this. So if E is over here, then F will go here. Still E is sitting adjacent to the person who is getting cookies, which is eliminated. Which is the case eliminated, because it is clearly mentioned E should not be sitting adjacent to the person who is getting cookies or next to C. Even E should not be next to C. So this is also gone. So both the cases 1A, 1B are eliminated because there is a negation of a statement. Similarly, now let's check for 2A or 2B. 2A or 2B. So if this is 2A or 2B we are dealing with, now we know we need something like BG and falafels. We need a configuration of BG and falafels. But when I require BG and falafels, in this particular case, already H is adjacent to G. Already H is adjacent to G. So this place will go to B. This particular place will go to B. And I know B is not the falafels. D or H should be the falafels, as we already seen here. Only D and H. So H will go to falafels. H is nothing but falafels. H is giving the falafels because BGH is a configuration. Now, if BGH is a configuration with H being falafels, the rest of the things which I have to place is what? It is already I placed A, B, C. I have to be placing D. I have to be placing D, EF, what about E and F? I have to place E, G and H are placed. G and H are placed. So when I have to place D, E, F, when I have to place D, E, F, there is a condition, right? There is a condition for E, that statement 4, which says E does not sit opposite or adjacent to the one who serves cookies. So E is either here or here or here. But at the same time, it is also being mentioned that E is neither sitting next to C or next to C. E is also not sitting next to C. So E can't be placed here. E can't be placed here. No? E can't be placed there because it will be adjacent to C. It will be adjacent to C. So E placing here is gone. Can I place E over here? If I place E over here, definitely F should be one among these two because only these two are pending. F should be one among these two. But if F is one among these two, then E is sitting adjacent to the person who is serving cookies because F serves cookies. Because F serves cookies, so neither E can be placed here as well. So what is the only possibility? The only possibility is that E being over this place and not being adjacent to the cookies, F being over here, who is serving cookies, and if E and F is done, then D should be taken by the this place which is occupied by Gulab Jamun, let's say. So this is a possibility. This is a fairly good possibility. Similarly, let us check for 2B. What's happening in 2B? In 2B also the same thing. Already H is over here, but we know BG falafel has to be a condition. So in this case, D will go to a falafel. So if this is D, then this is B. Or if this is D, this is B. Because D is falafels. Because H is already on the other side. If D and B are occupied, the rest of the two places must be occupied by E and F. Because rest of the places are fixed. A, B, C, D, E. Only E, F are not placed. Rest all are placed. These two places are pending. E and F. So if I place E here, that will be adjacent to C. But in the question it is given it is not adjacent. Then E will go here. At the same time, F will come here. In that case, E is sitting adjacent to the cookies because F serves cookies. This is also eliminated. This is not the case because E should not sit adjacent to the person who serves cookies. But here also it is being cookies. So the only possibility or the only thing, this will be my solution. Where there is A lemonade, C biryani, B G we haven't fixed, but H is falafel, F is cookies, D is gulab jamun, E is some other. So this is my final configuration. I would try to, if there is a space, yes, there is a space. So the final only possible solution is that this is the one which we already got. I'm just rewriting over here so that at one go we could solve the follow-up given questions. So if you see this, what did we get? A lemonade. We got A lemonade. So basically, what did we do? We started with case 1, case 2, figured out 2 subcases in each, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and figured out BGD configuration or BGH configuration. Upon facing that, we deduced that there is a negation with respect to position of E, which has to definitely not sit either adjacent or opposite to the person who is serving cookies, or adjacent to C also it should not sit. So in all the 3 cases, 1A, 1B and in 2B, these are being negated. Only in 2A we are getting a case we can withhold all the given conditions. A is lemonade and what did we get the solution? This 2A. A is lemonade, H is over here with falafel. We got this is G, this is B. We got this C with biryani. And we also got F over here with cookies. And we also got D over here with gulab jamun. And we also got E at this place. We don't know which. So We figured out D is gulab jamun, F is cookies. So cookies I'm cancelling out. Gulab jamun I figured out. And I also got C as biryani. The only left outs are custard, salad. Salad is also already done. Custard, salads and fries. Custard, salads and fries. Custard, salads and fries, and left out are EGB. Custard, salads and fries. This can be arranged in EGB in any format because custard, salads and fries CSF, not names with EBG. So this could be either custard or salad or all three possibilities for this. Similarly, this will also be custard, salad or fries. All three possibilities. B also the same thing, custard. That is, there is a possibility of placing them in 3 factorial ways because one is custard, the other is fries, the other is salad. But in which order among BGE we are unable to figure out because the given solution, the given information is only possible. We can only deduce this much from the given solution. That is, D is gulab jamun, C is biryani, F is cookies, A is lemonade, H is falafels, and even the places that A, H, G, B, C, F, D, E are sitting. But E, G, B, there are possibilities of custard fries salads. One for each in any order possibility. So this is the final solution. Now let us solve the questions which are followed on this particular thing. Who sits third to the left of A? Who sits third to the left of A? A is over here facing inward. So third to the left of A would be, this is first left, this is second left, and this will be third left. That is B. Person B is sitting third to the left of A. Who serves custard? Who serves custard? It could be either E or G or B. Because we are not sure about custard, salads and fries among EBG. So who serves custard? Either E or B or G. That is any of the above. Any of the above. Any one of the above is serving that. Now if B and F change positions, which food item will be served by the one sitting opposite to F? If B and F change positions, where is B and F? Here it's B, here it is F. If B and F interchange the position, which food item will be served by the one sitting opposite to F? Is here, but if F comes on this place, interchange, and B goes here, then it is asked which food is being served opposite to F. Who is sitting opposite to F? E. It could be either custard, salad, or fries. It could be either custard, salad, or fries. So, which food? Custard, salad, fries. It's not falafels, but any one among A, B, C. So, cannot be determined will be my answer. Now, which of the following is a correct pair? B, salad. B, we are not sure if it is salad. It could be custard, fries, or salads. So, this one, not sure. E, fries. E also again the same thing, not sure. G, custard. G also the same thing, not sure. But H, falafels will be my answer because H is falafels is for sure. Which of the following is the correct one? H, falafels. The last question, which food items are served by E's neighbor? Which food items are served by E's neighbor? Where is E? E is over this place. E's neighbors are A and D. E's neighbors are A and D. One is serving lemonade, the other is serving gulab jamun. So the answer should be lemonade and gulab jamun, option A. That's it. This particular set has to be solved in this way. You have to figure out the cases and keep eliminating based on the conditions given by checking whichever is negating the other one given. Let us see the next one. This is the next set. Solve this. This is easier compared to the first set, I would say. Indeed, it will take some less time to do. So, solve this. I'll be running on this after time is done. The time is of 10 minutes. Once the timer ends, I'll solve this question for you guys. We have 45 seconds left. After that, I will be solving this. This is a fairly simple one compared to the previous arrangement, circular arrangement set indeed. So let me solve this now. Now here it is given that 8 people C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. 8 people are sitting around a circular table such that any of the two immediate neighbors are having equal distance from each other. Basically, it is being said that circle is divided into 8 people equidistant from each other, equally spaced chairs, let's say. Now, all of them are facing the center of the table. Everyone are facing the center of the table. D does not face J. So one thing is that it is given, I'll write over here, D does not face J in the sense D and J sitting opposite is not happening. D and J are not sitting opposite. So one thing is that D does not face J implies D and J are not sitting opposite. F is not second to the right of C. If there is C, second to the right. So C space F towards right. This thing is also not happening. This thing is also strictly not happening. C and F. Because F is not second to the right of C. One person is sitting between H and E. One person is sitting between H and E. So it is being said that if there is H, there is one person and E. This is being whole 2. So 2 negations and 1 positive is given. H, 2 people are, and next one is 2 people are sitting between C and I is not an immediate neighbor of J. Okay, we will use this while arranging. E is third to the left of the one who is second to the right of J. See this particular statement. This one. This entire statement is where they are going to start the set solving from. And it is also given H is an immediate neighbor of C, G is equidistant to I and D. Let us use everything, but let us start from this point where E is third to the left of one who is second to the right of J. Who is second to the right of J. So, if E is third to the left of someone who is second to the right of J, I'll start my arrangement from placing J. I'll start my arrangement from placing J, and E is third to the left of the one who is second to the right of J. If J is over here, second to the right will be this place, second to the right this place. So E is third to the left of the one. If this is the one, the person which we are talking about, E is third to the left of this person. So first left, second left, third left. E is on this place. E is on this place. So E is over this place. Firstly, cancel E and J. I already placed them now. So E is over here, J is over here. And now, where do we go? Okay, we use this statement E is third to the left of one, is second to the right of J. Now, the second thing which I can use is here it is said that H space E. I mean, here it is given that one person is sitting between H and E. One person is sitting between H and E. So, if this is the configuration, let me say case 1, this is the configuration, then H and E ka beech mein there is only one person. So, one possibility is H is over here, such that E and H in between J is sitting, or else H is over this place, such that E and H middle one person, other person will be sitting in between them. So, one is that case, the second case is H is on the other. I mean to say, this is J, this is E, right? H is on this place. H is on this place. Such that in between H and E there is exactly 1%. In between H and E there is exactly 1%. So this particular condition is used now. The H, 1% is sitting between H and E. So J, E, H are placed in both the cases. So let me cancel this. J, E, H. E and J are already cancelled. H is also cancelled. Now we have to place C, D, F, G and I. Okay. So let us use the rest of the cases as well. Now here it is said, one more thing here it is said that, what we have to observe is that, if you could see, what about I? What can I say about C and I? Let us see what can we talk about C and I. So here it is given that two people are sitting between C and I is not an immediate neighbor of J. That is, two people are sitting between C and I. Two people are sitting between C and I. This is the configuration, and I is not an immediate neighbor of J. So C space I should be the configuration. C space I. If you could see here, C is over here, space I not possible, or space I would be possible. On the other hand, if C is over here, again the only possibility is space I. But if C is over here, then where can I place I such that exactly 2? It is not possible. If C is over here, then space I is on this way. So here C and I can be adjusted, whereas it is also said, please try to understand, even before doing C and I, there is one super statement which is given, which we should not miss to do it faster. H is an immediate neighbor of C. H is an immediate neighbor of C. So now, H is over here, already J is on the one side, so this should be C, because H is the immediate neighbor of C. Similarly, on this side, H is the immediate neighbor of C. So either C is here or C is here. So one more case is also what I am getting. Either C is on this way, or because C is H is immediate neighbor of C, C could be on this one. This makes our work very simple. J, E, and let's say this is H. So C is on here. H, so these are the three cases now. That is C being exactly adjacent to H, because H is an immediate neighbor of C. H is an immediate neighbor of C. H is an immediate neighbor of C. So we place even C. We tended to go to three cases. C is also cancelled. Now we will use this. Now we have said that there are two people sitting between C and I. Two people sitting between C and I. So in first case, if two people have to sit between C and I, C is already over here. If I leave two places, already E is there. So this is not the configuration. If C is over here, I should leave these two places, and I should have been at this point in case 1. I should have been at this point in case 1. Similarly, let's place I even in the second case. Two people have to be there between C and I. If this way, E is already there. If this way, then I can be placed here. Because two vacant seats I can leave, so that I could place. Oh. Okay. So that I could place I over here, C, two places vacant with I. J, E, H are already there. Similarly, third case, let us see. C is already here, two places left, then I could place I over here. I over here. Or C is over here, I could leave two places and I could place I over this place also. So now again comes my fourth case. When I place I am getting my fourth case. Once I place I am getting my fourth case, where E, J, I, not the I. No, the I will be another way. E, J, C, H, but C, two spaces left, I is over here now. C, two places left, I is over here now. So till now I got four cases, but I have placed even I now. So I will cancel even, because in all the four cases I placed I with C and I having two people in between them. So I is also cancelled. Now D, F, G has to be placed. Now, which condition shall we use? The one condition which I can be using over this case is that here it is given that here if you could see G is equidistant to I and E. G is equidistant to I and E. So if G is equidistant to I and E, where can I place G among the possible three places in case 1? Where can I place? If I place G over here, let's say I am placing G over here, then I is directly onto the left, whereas E is two places to the right. G is directly right, I is directly right of G, that is, there is only 1 unit distance, let's say, but E is on this path, so it is not equidistant. G is given to be equidistant to both I and E. So once you go from I to G or E to G, it should cover same distance, but in this case, G can't be here for this case, so G over here is cancelled. So can I place G over here? Let us see now. If I place G over here, what is happening? I is having 2 unit distance. This is 1 unit and this is the other unit. But what about E? E is having 3 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. So I having 2 units, but E is having 4 units. Again, equidistance is not being held. So I cannot place G over here also. So these two are also gone. Now, but G, can I place G over here? Can I place G over here? Yes, it is possible to place G over here. In that case, I to G there is only 1 unit distance, and even G to E also there is only 1 unit distance. So G can be placed over this place. It is fine. Now I place G in the case 1. Similarly, let us try placing G in the case 2. In case 2, where should I place G? Where should I place G such that it is equidistant to both I and E? Can I place G over here? If I place G over here, G to I there is 2 unit distance, but from G to E again 4. So this is not equidistant. If I place G here, G and I are adjacent, but G and E are not. So again, that is also not. If I place G here, the same thing I can't. G, E, I are not equidistant. So again gone. So this case is eliminated. This case is eliminated because I can't place G. Place G. Can't place G such that it is equal. So it is eliminated. Case 2 is gone. So similarly, let's see for case 3, E is over here, I is over here. I want an equidistant place. If G is here, it doesn't happen. G and I 1 unit, G and E 3 units, so gone. If G is over here, G and E 4 units, G and I 2 units, again gone. Can G be over here? Yes, G can be here. In this case, G and I 1, 2, 3, 3 units, G and E 1, 2, 3, 3 units. E is over here, I is over here, G is at this point. This is the possible case in case 3. Similarly, let's check in case 4. Where can I place G such that it is equidistant for both I and E? Can I place here G? It is not possible. G and I 1 unit, G and E 3 units. Can I place G over here? Still G and I will be adjacent, E will be here. Can I place G over here? Yes, you can place. In that, between G and E 1 person, G and I also 1 person will be there. It will be equidistant. So G can be placed here also. So G and I equidistance is used. H is an immediate neighbor of C. I mean to say, we placed G also now. We placed G also now. So I'll cancel this G. The left out are only D and F. D and F. So when I talk about D and F, there is one condition which we still did not use. The two conditions is that D does not face J, which I wrote here, and F is not to the second, not second to the right of C. That is, not F is not second to the right of C. So let us use that now. From case 1, not second to the right of C. We are only pending to place D and F. If you see here, not second to the right of C. Here C, second to the right is this place. But it is being said that F is not second to the right of C. If that is the case, then F will be going should be going only to this place, because F cannot be placed here. In that case, F will be second to the right of C, it will negate. So F should go here. Then only left out place for D is this. But is this true? Because it is eliminated now, because D cannot face J. But in this arrangement, we are getting D is facing J opposite. Because F should be here only, F can't be here because F is not second to the right of C. So it is eliminated. Case 1 is eliminated now because in this case I am getting D facing J, but here it is that D should not face J. So case 2 is already eliminated. Now case 1 is also eliminated. Now let us see case 3. The one we are dealing is to place D and F. D and F, the left out places. So D and F is what we are talking. And we know F is not second to the right of C. So if P is here, second to the right J is there, that should be fine. So among D and F, this could be D and this could be F. If D is over here, it is possible. If F is over here, this should also be fairly possible. Or D is over here and F is here, or F is over here and D is over here. Now, but what is the issue? The issue is that we are told that F is not second to the right of C, F is not second to the right of C. We are also told here, let us just verify if this is going true or wrong. One thing is that D does not face J. D is not facing J. F is not second to the right of C. You place F either here or here, still it is not second to the right of C, because second to the right of C, J is sitting. So that should also be fine. Now, one person is sitting between H and D. One person is definitely sitting between H and D. Now, two people are sitting between C and I. C is over here, I is over here. Two people are sitting between C and I. And I is not an immediate neighbor of J. I is not an immediate neighbor of J. But we already got I being immediate neighbor of J. See this point. I is not immediate neighbor of J. We already need, but we are getting I having a immediate neighbor as J. So even before placing this D and F, this should be eliminated even before this has to be eliminated, because J and I are already adjacent. But J is not an I is not an immediate neighbor of J. So this case has to be eliminated because I and J are sitting adjacent. Now we eliminated all the three cases on this side. Eliminated. This is also gone. So we are only left out hope is this part where I have to place the left of D and F as we discussed. So in the case of D and F, we also know F is not second to the right of C, F is not second to the right of C, but D and F, but we know D should not face opposite J. D should not be sitting opposite J. So D cannot be here, D should be only here. Out of two places, D cannot be here. In that case, D will be opposite J. So D should be over here. The left of the place will go to F. This is perfect. Here it holds all the conditions which say D does not face F. F is not second to the right of C. It also says I is not an immediate neighbor of J. I is not an immediate neighbor of J because G and F are the neighbors. And then E is third to the left of the one that is already given. G is equidistant to I and E. That is also taken care of. So this is my final solution. This is my final solution. This is my final solution. Now, based on this, let us attend the follow-up questions. The follow-up questions given is, what is the position of H with respect to F? What is the position of H with respect to F? Where is H is over this place, F is over here. What is the position of H with respect to F? F immediate right is H. H is sitting immediate right of F. So position of H is that immediate right of F. So option B, which is immediate right of F. Who faces C? Second question asks who faces C. Who is sitting opposite C? C is over here. Opposite D is sitting. So answer would be option B, which is person D is sitting opposite C. How many people are sitting between I and J when counted from the right of J? I and G when counted from the right of G. I is over here, G is over here. How many people are sitting between I and G when counted from right of G? Right of G means counting from this way. So only D is sitting between I and G. Only D. So answer should be only one person. That is option D. That is D is sitting between I and G. D is sitting between I and G. So only one person. Question 4. Which of the following statements are true? C is second to the left of J. Where is C? C is over here. Where is J? J is over here. C is second to the left of J. If J is here, first left would be E, second left would be C. So C is second to the left of J is the right statement. Now, three people are sitting between H and I. H is over here, I is over here. Three people sitting between H and I is wrong. Only one person is sitting between H and I. That is F. So three people sitting. B is a wrong statement. J is immediate right of G. Where is G? G is here. Immediate right of G is D. Immediate right of G is D. J is the immediate right. That is also wrong. So which of the following is true? Only one. We should mark only one. That is option E. Should mark option E only one. Question 5. Which of the following is odd? Out of the given 5 options, which of the following is odd in the sense it meant odd one out? That means out of the given 5 options A, B, C, D, E, out of these 5 options, the 4 resembles one common property between them, whereas the other one does not. So we have to figure out that odd one out. Let us see. First option says J and G. J is over here, G is over here, both are adjacent. This is adjacent pair. That is J and G are sitting adjacent. Okay. Similarly, let's check for B. E and G. E is over here, G is over here. In between there is J. So it is not adjacent. This is not adjacent. Similarly, let's take C and E. C is over here, E is over here. Both are adjacent. This is adjacent. What about GD? G is over here, D is over here. Both are adjacent again. What about IF? I is over here, F is over here. Both are adjacent. So, out of the given 5 options, this is adjacent, 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 adjacent. Only option B, E, G. These both are not being placed adjacent. So option B, E, G will be my answer for question number 5. This is what the circular arrangement is all about. These two DILR sets require really good amount of analyzing, elimination and all. So I took a lot of time explaining each set. I mentioned each and every case clearly, and once I did this, so you should go through this solution well and try to figure out how did I approach, so that you could use similar way of approach and eliminate the cases for any circular arrangement based questions. Now, during the end of the session, I wanted to reiterate, we are providing 5 free mock tests. Just Google search Cracku IIM Bangalore UG test, free mock test. You will get this. Please register and give yourself this test, so that you will be analyzing yourself better. It is marked to the real pattern of the exam. And do definitely join this WhatsApp channel or follow this channel. Here all the important updates, free preparation resources like mocks and all important updates will be shared on this particular channel regarding the entrance tests, the process and everything. That is the preparation group where you can also find your peers also, the one who are preparing for this exam, so that collectively you all can learn. That link for the WhatsApp group is definitely on the description of this YouTube session. This is the upcoming live stream. Today we finished 27th October, this one circular arrangement part. Tomorrow there is one reading comprehension session, that is the verbal English comprehension. The other one is on number systems. And this schedule keeps going till your exam December 13th every day. Do follow this. Please do subscribe and turn on the reminder for these kind of sessions. Every day you will get a session. For all the 7 days in a week, Monday to Sunday, there is no holiday, let's say, because the number of days is also less. Every day we are putting a session so that we can finish the syllabus for the exam. All the very best. Prepare well and do follow our Cracku page. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. All the best.